I'm interested from a leadership standpoint, and I think also it's instructive thinking about your presidency of the WCLBMA during 2009, which, oh my gosh, right? We can talk about that. But in terms of like leadership, how do you rally your team and say, listen, you know what? There is always uncertainty. There are always roadblocks in the way. And yet we're going to find a way to work around them, to lead through them, to help our customers and all that. How do you give this sense of optimism given all the things that you guys are facing?
Yeah, it's funny. I'm writing a quick note here just to make sure that I grab the points, but I'm reminded a little bit. I guess this is the perspective that one has after being in the industry for a while. Is that, and this will sound a little bit, trite, colloquial, et cetera. But the point is that one thing we can be sure of is change, and so that change can be positive or negative depending upon one's perspective. Unfortunately, some of the things have been somewhat negative for the housing industry, at least as of the past, say, 12 months, give or take. And yet, sometimes that can be very positive for someone else. Now, for me, I guess it's just understanding that we shouldn't get too emotional or focused on the fact that change is occurring. Rather, it's how we respond to that change. So, for me, it's a little bit easier because I'll confess that I'm a little bit more of a natural optimist. So just looking at the bright side of life, the good old Monty Python line.
Of course.
Hopefully there's a few Python fans out there. Is just part of how I would prefer to live, let alone lead. And so, for me, though, in times like these, people are counting on us to be out there. And so it's simple. I know some people do it naturally, but I think my encouragement would be to do it even more, which is just to be present, just to be out there in the business. People want to hear you. They want the reassurance. Your visibility is comforting. Your words of wisdom are desired. They want to see you. They work for your business because they know the owner, they know the leader, they know the key people. That's why they come to us. And so if we're not there, obviously it creates a vacuum, and that sets us up for, the obvious, which is people get concerned. Oh my gosh, if they don't care, is something happening? Are we going to fail? So being present is probably one of the key pieces of advice that I would offer.